Alright, so this is day 4 of Mastering Astral Projection. And so, let's see. We added onto the relaxation exercise tensing and relaxing the face. And that was tilting the head back and opening the mouth wide and scrunching up the rest of the face to the count of 5. So really tensing all those facial muscles, then relaxing, then smiling and scrunching up all the facial muscles, and then frowning, scrunching up all the facial muscles. Then we worked on the arms. So this is creating a clenched fist and relaxing, and doing the forearms and then shoulders. And there was an interesting recommendation by Robert Bruce in the tips section, which is when you get done with all of the tense and relaxation of the entire body, you imagine that there's a black fluid leaking out of your body into the ground, and then just letting that relaxation take over the body for at least a minute. Actually felt really good to do that, to just imagine that there's a black ooze coming out of you. So, and that black ooze is supposed to be any tension. So you're just really relaxing all parts of the body, at least as far as the musculoskeletal system. Next was the breathing exercise for 5 minutes, and then we worked on the creating the sensations in the body. This time the focus was on the feet. So we did the brushing of the big toe on the right, and so that's brushing along the top and the sides and the bottom of the toe, then the left toe, then did the sponging action on the right toe and then on the left toe, and then together, and then focusing on each of the toes individually, starting with the most sensitive foot, so doing the brushing sensation and then doing the sponging sensation, then switching to the opposite foot, and then doing an overall brushing sensation over the entire foot, and then doing the other foot, and then doing both feet together. So this, I think, how long was that? That's like 10 minutes, 10-minute exercise of the brushing sensation. My experience was interesting. I noticed that on the left foot, when I was working on the big toe, I felt the sensation like I was being injected with water. So it was like this, it wasn't just on the foot itself. That was the interesting thing. It actually felt like it was up over the foot and under the foot, almost like this water sensation was flooding my left foot. I had a hard time getting much sensation out of my toes. The big toes were more sensitive. The smaller toes, no. Brian Mercer, the other author of the book, had said that you might experience an over sensation and not to be alarmed by it or something. I felt an under sensation. I don't know, the rest of my foot just didn't really seem engaged. I did notice that I was feeling kind of sleepy. Oh, and this is another point. I generally do all of my exercises sitting in a straight back chair. Today, I was reading my book in a reclining chair, and I decided, let's just go ahead and do all the exercises here in the reclining chair and see what the sensation is like. And I have to say that it was putting me to sleep. I seemed to be getting really dreamy, and which could be a good or bad thing. I'm not sure which. I know that, having read a lot of astral projection material, that they really encourage you to be moving toward the state in between wake and sleep, and trying to ride that line, because when the consciousness is falling asleep, that's when the hypnagogic experience comes up and you start having those little dreams and things, and they will say that that's part of the astral projection experience, is that consciousness is moving out of your waking consciousness into this other realm, and being able to straddle that and keep your focus and retain your memory of that experience is important. And so I remember hearing somebody say in my head, "Oh, it's been floating like that for like a month." And I was like, and I heard it. It was a man's voice. And I was like, "Whoa, that was kind of a trip." And then, God, there was one other little experience that I had. It was a vision of something. You know, unfortunately, I can't remember what it is right now. But that's why it's important to record those experiences actually right after you have them. And we haven't gotten that far in the book, and I know that they're probably going to get to that. So in the same way that you're supposed to record your dreams, you're supposed to record your experiences after doing astral projection, and it helps to retain memory. So I know better, but I didn't do that. Spank me. Um, so last night's dream, I'll go over really quickly. It was actually two dreams. So I had walked into a Yahoo facility, and they were hiring me to do some work there. And I was on the second floor, and I had noticed that they had removed all of the furniture from this floor, and all the employees were kind of standing around as if they were waiting for something. I got the impression that they were waiting for the company to, I don't know, be sold or something, because it was a sense that they weren't really working. They were just there absorbing a paycheck and waiting for somebody to give them a directive. It did make me wonder why they had hired me to do some work there if the company was going to be going under. So what they were doing was they were planning a barbecue. And I had suggested that they take all this empty space and create meat racks where they could dry meat for the barbecue. And some people found that kind of humorous. A woman was going to go downstairs to the kitchen, and she was going to start preparing some of the things necessary for the barbecue, and I, to make myself busy, decided I was going to go with her, and I started walking down the stairs. Suddenly I was sitting in some sort of temple. It reminded me of a kind of like a Hare Krishna type of environment where they had a lot of products for sale, CDs and books and incense and things like that. And there was a guy, and he was doing this kind of hard sell of these things, encouraging people that to purchase these things because it would help to keep the temple going, and that it would improve their lives. And there was a man there who I guess had been a long-term member of this society, and the hard seller was trying to get him to support the quality of the products that he was selling by talking about them. But the guy would pick up one of the products and he would look at it and be like, I don't really know anything about this product. So the guy who was doing the hard sell was getting kind of frustrated with him, but he was still so overt about trying to sell things that I was feeling a little uncomfortable. And I was sitting on the floor, and I was wearing a hoodie, and I had the hood up, which is unusual for me. I don't usually wear hoodies with the hood up, but it was almost as if the guy that was doing the hard sell was overlooking me because of that, and which I was kind of happy, because I didn't really want somebody trying to sell me stuff. So, okay, so that's my dream, and I think that might be about it for today's video.